Okay, so we're back, day 2 of 30. This is like the third time I've recorded this because I have recorded it twice without my mic on. So yeah, we're just going through our references here. Took a image from Piper Ferrari. I'll link their socials in the description. I really like this image. It's very simplistic, very saturated, very raw and kind of brutalist. Um, so I thought that would very much fit the poster for today. So my reference inspiration was Zillakami, and yeah, I wanted to do more animals, more a kind of raw brutalism. So we went with a wolf as the main subject for this poster. So I already imported them. I do end up changing the wolf a little bit later. We'll talk about that. But for now, just importing into Photoshop, sizing it, making sure that it fits the page. Obviously, doesn't have to be perfect and doesn't have to be a one-to-one copy of what we're doing. This is for reference. Um, Having a reference really helps with kind of getting started. I think a lot of the problems I had in the beginning was not knowing how to start, and just finding a really cool reference is probably the best place to start. As you can see, I'm just sizing my image. Um, Nothing too special, just using shortcuts like Control T to size it, using the selection tool just to get rid of the background. You can also use Photoshop's, I think it's the like background removal AI. That's fine as well, whatever you want to use. I just use the selection tool. And yeah, I'm just getting my subject out from the image and then gonna keep going. So I end up, we'll talk about it now, end up changing the background and I end up changing the image I wanted to use. I just wasn't liking this while I was kind of starting it. I just wasn't happy with the way it looked, so everything applies to what I'm doing now to this very next image here. So just remove the background. Went for this very much more green spray paint background. I wanted it more to be like a kind of like a piece of paper. So I wanted this like spray painted piece of paper look with a kind of like a printed on inked on image. So I'm just playing with contrast, playing with different um, settings in the blending options. You can mess around with them yourself. You can use obviously the filters, the adjustments, changing like the contrast, stuff like that. I also added um, these three little, I can't think of the name, labels. Wow. Okay, three little labels to the bottom. I thought it looked pretty cool to have this like text over a label. Um, so I'm just playing with layout, putting everything where I like it, choosing a font. I end up getting rid of the little label backgrounds because I felt like the text kind of got washed away into the image. It didn't really stick out like I wanted it to, like I envisioned. Um, so I'm just playing with sizing, moving things around. And you can see it's not that much. It's not that much that I'm doing. It's very minimalistic. It's very simple, and that's okay. I think I think it's okay. Um, so I'm just giving it a very like in a plastic bag look. I wanted it in like a plastic sleeve, so I'm just using a free. I think it's like a PNG paper asset. You can find them all over the internet if you just search for like free vector images and stuff like that. It's not that hard. Obviously, you can get also bundles and paid bundles from a lot of creators, which are really good. So I'm just changing the blending options. Kind of, I want it to kind of be there, but I don't want it to be the main focus of the image. It's kind of still washing out the background. So I'm just trying to still keep keep focus on the wolf, and then when you look at the wolf, you look down and you see the text. So I'm trying to create a bit of a flow in my imagery. I still want that crumpled like paper look, a little free paper PNG asset, and then again I am playing with the opacity and the contrast of the wolf. Uh, Pretty nice thing you can use is the filter gallery. It's everybody has the basic filter gallery. You can also go and get like presets and other ones from other creators or online if you search for them. But these are all the free ones I'm using. Um, and I'm just kind of changing it and mixing and matching, seeing what I like. I end up kind of settling on this kind of washed out color with a almost like duplicate print background. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy. So I'm just resizing the text, changing the layout, moving a couple things up and down, moving things in the hierarchy of the layers. So at one point, I think I wanted the text underneath the plastic sleeve. So that's what I'm doing. Obviously, just saving it because I don't want my thing to crash and then all this work for nothing. But yeah, we're trying to keep these. I'm gonna try keep these videos under 10 minutes. I think it's a nice short watch, and I think it helps a lot to kind of know how to start. Literally, all I did was take a reference I like, take an artist I like, find an image that represents them in a way, and yeah, remove the background, add some wording, and just stick to my reference. My reference had a lot of simplistic imagery, a lot of simplistic text, so I have tried to keep that, but add my own twist to it. I added this flame PNG for the eye, kind of to add a center of attention. This is my workflow, that is my walkthrough. Little extra side note, I'll leave this Photoshop file in the description, and I will link Jesse Neisberg's little Google Doc on some references for different people and for different artists that you can go and look at it, use as inspiration and use as reference, because you can never have enough references. And it's always good to expand your catalog. So thanks again, and we'll continue this tomorrow.